Welcome back to another video. How's everyone doing? So I know I haven't really been making any videos these past couple months, and the main reason why is just because of school, and I had a lot of personal things going on that I just needed to take care of. And I tried trading throughout that time, but I quickly learned that because I didn't have enough time to basically focus and make a good analysis on each of the trade, it led me to take some bigger than expected losses. I think the biggest loss that I took these past couple months was about the $700 to $800 loss. So like I said, I quickly learned that I should have probably just held off throughout those months and not trade, and so that's exactly what I ended up doing. I ended up putting the account basically in an ETF. I don't remember off the top of my head what ETF I ended up putting it, but it was basically sort of a derivative of SPY. So it had a lot of the companies that SPY had. It wasn't SPY, but it was I think it was SPYD. So it was basically like a high dividend yield version of the SPY. Nonetheless, we managed to make some of the money back, but not all of it. That's why right now we're currently sitting right below 12,000, which is, if I remember, just over $1,000 from the account high. I think last video we were at 13,300, 13,200, so something like that. But that's we're still up there. I can see myself getting all that back within the next 2 to 3 weeks, definitely within the next month. So we're going to continue working on that. But as of right now, like I said, I just finished school like 2 weeks ago, a week ago. I don't remember exactly because I've been doing a lot of things recently, but I'm going to go over some of the trades that I've taken recently, like in the last week or two, and just sort of go from there. I think that within this next couple of months in the summer, I think we're definitely going to continue growing the account regardless of how the market reacts, because we've managed to make a pretty good consistent profit regardless of how the market fluctuates. But, we're just going to have to sit and wait and see how this all plays out. But nonetheless, let's get right into the trades. So the first trade we're going to go over is on VXX, which is basically just a volatility fund. It's not really an ETF or a stock. It's just sort of measure the volatility on the SPY. And so what we ended up doing, because there's been a big spike, or not a big spike, but a big, there's been a lot of fluctuation going on in the implied volatility in the overall market recently, which means that the VIX is going to be fluctuating quite a lot. And so that's exactly what it's been doing, basically moving within a range of about 45 and maybe around 38. I'd have to go back and look, but it's been about a $6 to $7 range, which it has been fluctuating pretty consistently. So what we ended up doing was trying to short the volatility by going on and buying some puts on the VXX. What we ended up doing was purchasing a initial entry of 10 puts at a price of $2.30 each. The VIX continued rising, which our positions started to lose a little bit of money, but I decided to average down because I still thought that the volatility was quite high. So I ended up buying 10 more at an average price of $2.15, and we now had a total of 20 contracts at an average of around $2.22. And so as the VIX started to drop, it didn't drop as much as I was hoping to, and because I had a pretty decent sized position, I really wasn't comfortable holding for too long, so we ended up selling the same day at an average exit price of $2.26, as you can see right here. So for a quick profit of $70, and I know this really wasn't that big of a profit considering it was a pretty big position size, worth about 4,500 at the time we sold, but nonetheless, a gain is a gain, and I probably could have executed it a little bit better, especially because the VIX did ended up dropping even more, which means that we would have been able to profit even more. But like I said, right now, as we can see, the VIX is currently high again. It's currently at right around $43.50. It reached the high of almost $46 today. So it's still currently fluctuating quite a lot, which means that there's still some possibility to basically short the VIX if it continues to play the same pattern that it has been doing in the past couple of weeks. So the next couple trades that I've been taking has been on Snapchat, and the idea is basically the same as VXX. We've been having some pretty big swings and fluctuation in the overall chart of Snapchat, trading right around anywhere between $55 and $51, I believe. I don't think it's broken 50 anytime recently. I might be wrong, but I would have to go back and check. But just based off the chart, we can see a pretty big consistent pattern, I should say, of sort of topping out right around the 55 range and coming down to a support of right below 52. And so because that pattern is so consistent, I've been able to take a couple trades, two trades in particular. One of them was a little bit a better positioning trade. Or I should say, one of them was better played. The other one I sort of got in at a bad timing, and that's why I decided to get out fairly quickly. On the first one, we bought some calls, and I ended up selling on the same day, May 6th, so it was a quick day trade. Like I said, I really wasn't comfortable with the entry point, I should say. The position size was small, but the entry point was not what I was hoping for, so I ended up taking a quick $30 gain on that one. However, the following week on May 10th, Snapchat had come down a little bit and was trading right below $52, and so I was a lot more comfortable with the entry point in this trade, so I went a little bit bigger, going in for a total position size of just under 1,300, and we ended up taking a day trade on this one and selling just under 1,500 for a quick $210 gain on this one. The last trade that I've taken recently was on AMD, and this one has been basically a wheel strategy. You guys know that I'm known for that, and that's something that I love doing. I have a bunch of videos explaining that strategy, but for those of you who already know how it works, I ended up doing was purchasing, or I should say selling to open a $79 strike put on AMD, and we got to sign on this, about 2 weeks ago on May 7th. We ended up selling the 79 strike put for a total of $140. So that means that we got a upfront premium of $140. So that helped lower down our overall cost of AMD, and we continued selling covered calls on this for the following weeks up until now. We sold another $79 call for $42, and this past week I sold a $78 call for $21. So overall, the total position right now is currently at a loss, but taking into account all those premiums that we've sold, our average price comes out to just under $77. So currently AMD trades at $75, or basically just rounded to $76. So overall, our position on this, even though it shows as a $315 loss, it's currently only a $100 loss. And AMD is a pretty good company. Overall, they just released some good news, meaning that they said that the management had allowed a $4 billion buyback, so that's going to help boost up the stock even more. And so overall, I am planning on holding AMD and continuing to sell covered calls for the near future up until maybe it goes above our initial buying price of 79, or as long as we can make the premiums from the covered calls profitable and can continue doing that, it's going to be okay. Nonetheless, it's a position that I don't mind holding for however long it takes to make profit on this one, because like I said, it's a good company. But that's pretty much it for right now. Like I said, I don't really have too many trades that I have to go over because I wasn't really trading these past couple of months. But nonetheless, it's good to be back, and yeah, I plan on taking a lot more trades in the upcoming months and growing the account back to not only past the $1,300 that we were at before I stopped trading, but hopefully reach $15,000 before the end of the summer. So let me know down in the comments what you guys have been trading and how has trading overall have been going for you guys.